I'm here to mess up your day completely. Your day was going all right, but I'm here to ruin it. Because you both came here to ruin mine again. Because you're so dang mean. Step on down here. Get all over here, coward. You're faking a fraud.
Oh, look. You made it.
Heck
We've been
yeah.
waiting for so long.
Why are you doing this?
I don't know. Maybe it's like Zed in Xenoblade 3 because it amuses me.
Itself on the brink of extinction.
Yeah, Gestalt. Do you still not remember? The whatever night of September? Why do I not know what specific day that is? Like, I should know enough about memes to know that. Whatever. Vice, oh no, my mind! I remember that, that I left the stove on at home. Oh no!
All of us.
Oh my, you know them as the Smash community. Oh my. They specifically hate Fire Emblem characters. And because you look like Fire Emblem characters, that's why they always attack you.
I fear it really is just that simple.
Also, God tier dialogue coming up here, by the way. Don't speak such foolishness. Sorry. God tier dialogue. Anyway, but yeah, I believe I would have there. Okay, so because I found like the story of NieR Replicant here quite difficult to understand, since the last stream I actually did look up like some explanational videos for like the backstory lore stuff and like Drakengard things that led up to this. And apparently, from what I found out, apparently Devila and Popola are like androids that were meant to like oversee humanity. Apparently. So like the things that we, okay, that was quick. So like we kind of had like part of the idea before in game, but like the videos that I was looking up just basically straight up say that, yeah, the game itself doesn't explain it very well. So here's like better explanations to things. But apparently when there was like these sicknesses going all around a planet and stuff, people were like, let's freaking separate soul from body until we can deal with this. So the separated souls from bodies would be gestalts, and the bodies that they could later go into would be replicants, apparently. And they were like, oh yes, let's just let the replicants live on their own without like having any souls of their own. And then eventually the gestalts will go back into them, and apparently the Shadow Lord is like the original gestalt, from what I found out. And Devila and Popola were androids that were meant to like oversee the replicants and, you know, oversee the whole thingamabob there and kind of guide things along for humanity. Apparently they thought that would be best done by like just living in some quaint little village, I guess. One just like chilling at the park all the time and the other managing the library, because yeah, that's definitely a good position of power for overseeing things, I guess, or something or other. But apparently the replicants that we play as are supposed to be like soulless, but eventually they like gain sentience and souls, and it brings up like the moral argument like, oh, is it okay to like put the gestalts back in the replicants now that the replicants are like their own people as well? And we kind of see that with Yona, where Yona's like gestalt, her shade is like, oh, there's someone else in this body that also wants her brother, like it's not right to it's not right for me to be having this body. And then she freaking goes into the light and freaking gets the hell out of there, is the thing. So that's what's going on there, from what I understand, from what the wonderful world of YouTube told me. I think. And thank goodness I looked it up, because yeah, I don't think that the game properly explains it, because I never noticed anything in game that like really properly explained it. And the videos I looked up, like I said, straight up said, yeah, the game doesn't really explain it all that well. Apparently the backstory behind this, apparently there's like a lot of media that has come out related to you know, the stuff before the events of the game, like some short stories, there might have been some manga stuff, I don't remember, but there's a whole bunch of different media for like before the events of this. And apparently there's like a whole nother like story before the events of this that goes like all over the place, and armies rise and fall between the ending of Drakengard apparently and the events of this game. And you know, I heard that that one ending of Drakengard 1 that like leads into the events of this game isn't like super important for the story of this, and I guess it's not, but I looked up what it was anyway. Apparently the ending E of Drakengard that leads into this, I don't know what the plot of Drakengard is, but apparently how it ends is like a freaking portal opens to like the modern real world from the Drakengard universe, and like some giant comes down and falls on like some city in Japan. I don't remember if it was Tokyo or if it was somewhere else. And then like a dragon comes down, and then the two of them duke it out. The dragon defeats the giant Dudo, and then freaking the Japanese government missiles down the dragon. And apparently the dragon's corpse basically becomes like the basis for magic in this universe, and like the freaking fallen giant kind of becomes like this weird sickness thingamabob that starts spreading around and getting people to want to separate body from soul. Apparently there's a whole freaking subplot about people that fell victim to this disease would have to like either die or like sign a pact with some evil god or something like that. And apparently this disease is like thwarted before the events of the game. It's just you know, it's now just the Gestalt replicant problem that's dealt with in the plots of this game. And apparently there's a black scroll that Yona has when there's like some weird, I don't know what the situation is. It was called relapsing, some weird situation between like a replicant and Gestalt, something weird there. But yeah, apparently there's like a whole war fought against like this disease where if you get it and you sign a pact to like this dark god, you have to like serve this dark god. Apparently that's like a whole war that goes on between Drakengard and the events of this game starting. I was like, wow, okay, that's certainly something. Wasn't expecting to hear about that. So yeah, apparently, you know, it's not just a slight little bit of like, oh, like a little smidge of stuff happened between these things. It's like, no, there's a full-on like massive insane plot that goes on between these that's like in other media, I guess, even though I guess it's not too important to the game itself. It's weird. It sounds freaking crazy as heck. This is the case. So there's that. So I freaking educated myself on the NieR backstory, I guess, and I feel like I was left even more confused than going into it, and I was just like, what the hell? What even? Is the case. But I guess I now understand more about like NieR lore? Is the case, sort of. But at the same time, I feel like I know less about it, and it just got like more complicated and weird. And I think Emil and his sister were made to be like weapons to combat that like evil, like dark god disease thing, I think. I don't remember exactly. It was it was difficult for me to understand, quite frankly. So there's that. So we shall see. Ah! My eyes! Bald! Wait, we've seen this. We don't need to. Gosh dang it. Do we have to go through it again? Oh man. I mean, Automata's getting an anime, so maybe they'll explain some stuff better. What about like the setup of the backstory way back when? I hear that Automata takes place like, first of all, this game takes place like 1400 years after modern day, and apparently Automata takes place like even further past that. Is the thing like quite significantly further from what I hear. So I don't know if like way back would be all that important for Automata anymore. If it would be delved into, I don't know. It seems like the best way to find out about like way back is like Wikipedia articles and YouTube videos. Is what it seems like to me. Seems like a whole freaking wacky situation there. But yeah, almost as complex as the Japanese Transformers Generation 1 continuity. Does that go really hard? So many complex continuities in Japan. They love their freaking crazy stuff. Speaking of overly complex continuities, I'm really looking forward to like getting into the Metal Gear series on this channel. Like, I've already mentioned it before, how we're going to be doing Metal Gear 2 coming up here in November. But that's going to set us up for next year to actually start the Metal Gear Solid games. And I hear that they're like freaking fantastic, but they're also so super duper complicated, and like nobody knows what's going on, to the point that like they wonder if like the writers behind it even had like, you know, an exact picture of the way that everything fits together or something like that. From what I've heard, I won't know until I play it. But apparently it goes like wacky all over the place, from what I hear. All right, boobity bop. Yeah. Let's just get through that. So that'll be a fun one. All right, next level mashing. I wonder if there'd be like all ending speed runs of this game or something. All right, look at that, bam. Get freaking annihilated from Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Or what were those bombs called in Subspace Emissary? That's what it reminds me of. Except instead of completely destroying the area, it just turns it into subspace. Is the thing. What were they called? Subspace bombs or something? Were they ever named within the game itself? I just like to imagine they're called subspace bombs or something. That's what that straight up looks like. I don't know how I never thought of that before. That just straight up is like a subspace bomb. It's straight up what it is. No, your gamer powers are too strong. Yeah, my right monitor is continuing to like flash and be weird. Is the case. All right. Well, time for the last scene that we'll see of stuff here, I guess. I also love how you somehow got all your armor back. Looking real schnice. Oh yeah, I might have mentioned it last stream already, but just in case I didn't, I'm starting to lean towards playing NieR Automata on PC. Oh yeah, I don't think I actually got NieR Automata in since the last stream. I have it now. I got it into mail recently. Here's the thing, I'll show it in a hot second after the cutscenes are through. Not because we haven't seen these before, but just in case I decide to use anything for a thumbnail. It probably doesn't matter that much at this point. All right, we're skipping. right at the end. We've seen it multiple times. All right, so there's apparently Mr. Original Gestalt. How he became the original Gestalt, I don't know, but apparently he did. Mr. Dudo from our prologue, way at the beginning, is the case. That doesn't look super duper comfy if you're not even like under any sheets or anything like that. Just like laying really, really flat and with like the flattest pillow ever, you know. All right, through the door. Close it. We don't want to see the black void on the other side. We don't want to see what's going on with that subspace bomb. Don't think I've used any thumbnails from this like bit of the scene yet, so maybe this will be my go-to for this time. Maybe. 3, 2, 1. Fight! I completely mistimed that. Time to play some Smash Bros. Whoa, coming in with a quick down special, the Falcon Kick. Managing to get a grab. Doing a bit of jabbing. Tacking on some more damage. Going for another grab, it seems like. Putting Alphen in a bit of a tricky position.
Let's go.
Let's go to the nearest clothes store.
Yeah.
All right, we're going. Anyway, so I got in my copy of NieR Automata on the Switch. I missed when they delivered it right to my house, and apparently it needs a signature, so I had to go pick it up from the Pure Later place. And it was something weird where they sent me like a QR code, and I had to go up to a locker at the Pure Later place, and I scanned it, and then it just like slides open the locker where my copy of the game was, like in its packaging for shipping, obviously. But you know, that was interesting. So here's the freaking thingamabob. What the Switch cover looks like. Is the case. Whoa, if there's like not much glare. It's a really cool back, I do have to say. And like the front art is pretty neat as well. And then it's like, oh, over 100 Game Awards and nominations and stuff. And it's a reversible cover as well, which is really neat. So, like, if you don't like that art, you can switch it over to, like, this art instead, which is actually really cool, not gonna lie. It's actually pretty neato. So maybe I'll reverse that cover later, is maybe what I'll do. But anyway, I do own the game on PC. I got it during, like, a Steam summer sale, like, forever ago. So, I've been having a big think about, you know, playing the Switch version or the PC version. The PC version would mean, like, the, yeah, and specifically for that there. So, you know, you still get, like, the thingamabob along the side. Because a lot of manufacturers are like, yeah, let's just, you know, save some, let's just not do reversible covers. Because, you know, it'll, you know, save us, you know, a smidge of monies. I feel like, reversible covers are so cool, though, you know. I love me some reversible covers. So that's pretty darn cool. And this isn't even a full-priced game. I guess I figured since it's been out for a while, technically, like NieR Automata in general, that is, even if the Switch version's new. Because, like, full-priced games here in Canada are $80. This costs $55 here in Canada. So, is not even full-priced. Is, like, one of the most well-known JRPGs nowadays coming out on the Switch, a console that nobody thought, like, would be possible to run that game. And it's got, like, a freaking sweet reversible cover. I'm all about it. I'm all about that. But anyway, so I own it on PC and on Switch now. And covering it on Switch means that we'd get to showcase how, like, the Switch version turned out and, like, how it holds up and stuff, especially as, like, someone that does, like, mostly, you know, Nintendo content on the channel for the most part. But PC means, like, best quality and stuff. So I'm starting to think that, like, since I own the Switch version now anyway, what I'm starting to lean towards most likely doing, I'm not 100% decided yet, but what I'm leaning towards doing at least is maybe just doing the PC version and then maybe doing, like, a session or two of the Switch version, something like that, just to showcase the difference. So maybe we do, like, stream 1 on, like, on PC or something like that, and then, you know, I'll play the Switch version up to that point. And then next stream we do, like, the Switch version just for, like, one stream. And then my own time I'd make that same progress on PC. And then just do PC all the way to the end. Just so that we can, like, compare and contrast a little bit, you know? I'm starting to lean towards doing that. So that way, we get the best quality, while also, you know, getting the chance to showcase the Switch version and how it turned out, you know? So that's what I'm leaning towards doing, is the case. That is my plan.